pockets of attacks and criminal activities perpetrated by some youths in the state capital, Bauchi. The governor of Bauchi State has challenged security agents to bring to an end the various restive activities. The governor said this during the state's executive council meeting.
The State Executive Council meeting, Bauchi State Governor Bala Mohammed lamented the resurfacing of thuggery and other social voices in the capital, calling on security apparatus to address the menace immediately and that the perpetrators must be brought to book.
We have seen the resurgence of Sarasuka as if somebody is sabotaging us. This thing has been decimated completely, and I wonder why it should come back. The same community relation, the same strategy. That is very worrisome. We cannot surrender our state or our capital to any miscreants or charlatans. The Ministry for Security Affairs should sit up because this thing is very unfortunate. It has shown a lot of gaps in their ministry.
On the issue of governance, the governor enjoined members of the State Executive Council and other political appointees to do more in discharging the responsibilities assigned to them in complementing his administration's agenda of moving the state on the path of progress and development.
As a politician that is driven by tenure, we have only 2 years to say, to do whatever we can do. 1 year has gone, and if we had not been aggressive, we wouldn't have achieved anything. I want you to look at this, and we are looking at all of you in terms of performance, including ourselves. The only person that will not be removed is myself and Awolu. Anybody can go if we cannot perform.
The council observed a minute of silence in honor of the late Commissioner for Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs Aliu Jalam, urging politicians to emulate him. Suleiman Issa,
May it
The vulnerability of Nigeria's porous borders has been brought to the fore with a recent surge in terror activities, arms proliferation, and illegal migration. These developments have led many Nigerians to intensify their calls for the strengthening of security and putting in place measures to effectively check activities and movement across the country's vast borders. In this special report, AIT's Opieta Agu examines the issues around the country's porous borders and how the implementation of the ECOWAS protocol on free movement in the West African sub-region exposes Nigeria to security threats.
Nigeria's borders span over 4,000 kilometers, making it one of the longest in West Africa. The country shares borders with several countries, including Benin, Chad, Cameroon, and Niger. The sheer length and terrain of the borders, combined with inadequate infrastructure and personnel, have made it challenging for the Nigerian authorities to effectively monitor and secure the borders. The porousness of Nigeria's borders has made them attractive routes for terrorist groups such as Boko Haram and ISWAP to infiltrate the country.
You know, the negligence that had taken place over the years. You know, so I don't expect that the gap that had been created over the years from that lack of investment in that area will be closed, you know, overnight. Yes, but whether or not the border is properly or manned to capacity, I doubt it is manned to capacity.
The borders have also become a channel for illegal arms and ammunition, aggravating the country's security challenges. Nigeria's porous borders also pose grave security threats to the country's national security and economic well-being.
If you don't have the right infrastructure to actually determine who is coming to your country, whether legally or illegally, there's that potential risk that someone with criminal intent will cross the border and cause, you know, create some kind of security havoc within the country.
Additionally, the borders have become hotspots for human trafficking, with many Nigerians being smuggled out of the country to destinations in Europe and other parts of the world.
A surge in smuggling of migrants, while of course there's been a